Hello. I'm back. Um, so I guess let's start by seeing who's here. Um, oh, probably need to turn the volume on my phone down. So we have Melissa singing a little Celine Dion. Justin Michael, welcome. Deb, nice to see you, Deb, and alive. I guess it makes sense though that you have a hard time making my lives because I aren't you in Australia? So you're already in tomorrow. We have Chris is here. Simon and Jackie, hello. Um, Ken, Selkie, Kim, Moon Whisperer, V Kestrel. Hopefully I said that correctly. Welcome. Mindy is here. Okay, so hey. Um so 2021 has been sort of a shit show. Like it's just like seems like a complete continuation of 2020. Um and I have been missing from YouTube. I mean, I've had a couple of lives here and there, but I haven't like actually put a video out in weeks, I think. Some of that has been because Melissa and I have been doing a little no buy. We have a list of decks that are exceptions to the rule, but in general, we're kind of doing a little no buy because we went a little ham in 2020. And I mean, I'm not going to speak for her, but my finances could use a little break. So I took a little break. So I haven't really had decks coming in very much. I do have a few that I got either like for Christmas or just in general since we started the no buy. That I need to make videos for, and I have videos that I want to make. I just like life has happened. Oh no, Simon. No, no, no. The no buy is done in 2 weeks. Like we're good. And Melissa will tell you certainly I have broken it. It's not like I haven't bought a deck in months. That's not really it. Um so I'm back, don't worry. And I have zero willpower, so if I saw a deck and I really wanted it, I would go ahead and get it. Um And yes, my last video was basically saying depth here can go fuck itself, Chris. But this is not really a depth year. This is just like I just needed a financial break from constantly buying decks. And the lists are, I mean, my list of exceptions is fairly long considering. And honestly, I can think of at least one time where each of us have been like, hey, can we get a pass? Because, like, I want this. So it's very loose. Very loose. Don't worry. So essentially, and I guess we have a couple more people coming in. Kristen Louise, welcome. Tara Stash, hello. So part of the reason that I think I've been sort of in a funk is because right at the beginning of the year, well, the end of January essentially, I got laid off thanks to coronavirus. And I already was not like overly happy at the job. But I had only been there a month. Um, and so I was already looking for another job, and then I got laid off. So it was like sort of a relief, but also I kind of wish I would have had a chance to do it on my own terms and like have another job lined up and all that. So, oh yeah, that's Harvey over here. Julep is our dog. She's sitting right next to me. And then Basil is on her own. But anyway, so I mean it's no big deal. It's not like it hasn't really put me like in a bind financially. Like luckily I've had savings and stuff, so I'm fine. Like my lifestyle has not changed a lot, but it kind of put me in like this sort of like I don't know what's going on kind of a headspace, you know? Um so yeah. So the last few weeks have been kind of very interesting. I've been constantly applying. I've had a couple of interviews. This last week, well, the week prior, I had a phone interview on Monday, and then I met with the owners on Tuesday, or maybe it was Tuesday and Wednesday. No, it was Monday, Tuesday. And then they asked me to do a stage, which is sort of a restaurant term. I haven't seen other like careers do this, but and I've only ever really seen it done in the kitchen. And this position is a front of house position. It's a management position, like in charge of the servers and all of that. So essentially, what they asked is that I would work a day there and kind of see like how I fit in with the staff, see like how I like the job, sort of like give it a little test run, but a very loose test run because like there's only so much I can do. You know what I mean? Like I don't know their systems or like how they do anything or rules or regulations or like anything like that. So I did that on Thursday. I was there literally all day. Like I think I started at 11 and I didn't leave until 9 o'clock that night, maybe. Um, and I met all the staff and I sort of hung out at the expo window, which is where the food comes out of the kitchen, because I wanted to kind of see like how the ticket times were and like all that kind of thing, how they run the food, just kind of see how everything is going. And I felt really great about it. And then at the very end, the manager that I had interviewed with and had been sort of like talking to about the job the whole time, when she was telling me, you know, I could leave, have a good night, whatever, she was like, I kind of thought you would talk to people more. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't, all right. I wasn't expecting you to want me to interact with anyone because I'm not employed here. So, like, I just figured you would want me to like, you know, say, "Hey, how's it going?" or like, you know, when I bring food, like that kind of thing. But like she made it seem like she wanted me to do like table touches, which is a restaurant thing where basically, you know, the manager comes by, sees how everything's going, that kind of thing. And it really threw me off. And so I left and I was like, I don't like what just happened. Like, did she not? Was she not impressed with my performance throughout the day? Like, also, she could have said something sooner and been like, "Hey, like, maybe you know you're doing great, but maybe you can interact with the guests more." And I was like, "Okay." So she asked me to come and do it again the next day, but only for the dinner shift. So I went back Friday night, worked the dinner shift, and I pulled up to that restaurant and I was like, fuck this. I am talking to every person that walks in this door. Every single table I am going to say hello to. I don't even care. Like, if I don't know the answer, too bad. I'll figure it out. It's fine. So that's what I did. And then at the very end of it, she was like, okay, well, if you want to put any food in or anything, that's great. And I'll be in touch on Monday. And I was like, okay. And like, that was it. No kind of feedback, no like, hey, you really did better than, the night before. I'm glad you were able to adjust or whatever. And I was just like, okay. So I left, and then we got a snowstorm. And like, I'm not going to sit here and complain about it because truly there are places in the world and other parts of the country that are really not that far away from me that like actually get snow. We got like an inch of snow, and when I tell you, literally everything closed. The interstate was closed. You couldn't go anywhere. Like, I don't even think grocery stores were open. So everything closed. I didn't hear from her Monday, but I figured it was because, everything was closed and whatever. And so Tuesday, I sent her a text because she had texted me to set it all up. So I sent her a text and was just like, hey, hope y'all did okay with all this weather. I just wanted to check in, see how everything was. And she sort of like did a little small talk with me and then said that she was going to be in touch really soon. So unclear. So I'm still kind of waiting to see if I got the job or what. So we'll see. They pulled the listing down. So there's no job posting anymore. So that was kind of encouraging. And except for the way that little stage went, everything seemed great. Like, the place seems like a great place to work. Like, everyone seemed genuinely happy. There was nobody that was like grouchy or anything, but like, the interview process is insane. Like, well, I don't know, Mindy, if I don't know. Like, I don't know. It was just like it was the weirdest interview I've ever had. Like, everything was great, and then like, I don't know. That was just like, I guess for me, if she just wanted to like introduce me to the staff and see how our personalities would click, or like, how that is one thing, but it almost felt like she expected that I would be able to come in and do the job, and I can't do the job because I don't know what the job is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can do like sort of general managerial things, but I can't like, I'm not going to be able to just like straight up walk in, she can go home and I'll do her job. But no one is going to be able to. So that has been the last week. So it's been like irritating. Unemployment has been interesting, trying to like deal with that, because I've only ever been on unemployment once, and it was the beginning of the pandemic, and they had waived the like mandatory job search portion, so I didn't have to worry about it. I just filed and that was it. They paid me. This time they've brought that back. So, but they want you to use the state website to apply to jobs, and like, it's extremely confusing, really kind of unorganized, and a little bit like, I don't even know if I trust it to find me a job or like to get my information to the employer. So I've been using Indeed and Monster and like other job sites. And so I had to put them in and say, these are the places I've applied. This is where how I applied and all of that. And it caused all of my unemployment for the first like 3 weeks to just keep getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, because it had to be like physically reviewed by a person. So needless to say, everything is like sort of turning around. Um, and sort of like seeming to get back to normal a little. Obviously, I still haven't found a job, but I'm working on it. Constantly applying and things. Um, I feel like I just saw. Oh yeah, Kristen asked if there are people I know and can network to find positions. So the thing is, there are, but it's a weird time to be looking for a job in general because I mean, it varies state by state, but here the COVID regulations are still like, I'm pretty sure restaurants are still at 50% capacity. Like, you can only seat every other table. Like, the spacing is an issue for some restaurants because they're not huge. So it's like, it's difficult to look for, like, to get hired because restaurants aren't really bringing in a lot of money. So it's a weird time to be looking for a job. There have been lots of there are lots of restaurants here that did just straight up close. We had there was there's a building that's a residential building essentially sort of in mid city here, and the ground floor was sort of this like open air sort of like, it almost was like a food court essentially. There were lots of different restaurants and stuff. That entire thing like closed permanently. So lots of places have fully closed. So anyway, I think that is the catch up for me. So that's what's going on. That's why you haven't seen a video from me. Even though I literally have been home, it seems like, I have literally all the time in the world I could be filming, but it's hard because my husband has been working from home too. So, I mean, there are times that he has meetings. Also, our house is not like huge. So, if he were in his office right now, he could hear everything I was saying. And, I want to try to be respectful of him and his time. So I don't really film while he's here just because it's easier not to. Um, and then, just things have come up every time I plan to film. So yeah. Wow, Selkie, the last time you were in a restaurant was the 22nd of January 2020, over a year ago. Yeah, there are places here that are only doing takeout, definitely. Um, and it sort of depends on like where the restaurant is and the restaurant owner and like how they feel about COVID, because there are definitely places here where it's jam packed on a Friday night. Like, I would not walk in because every single table is completely full, like no kind of mask, no nothing. And even though there's a mandate from our governor, I don't know if people are just not policing it, or like, I don't know if there are like any sort of fines or anything in place that would stop a restaurant from just doing whatever they feel like doing. Yeah, it's rough. There are also places here like Target. I don't care what anybody says. Target is one of the only places that I really shop for groceries or anything, because consistently since the pandemic started, they have had people sanitizing the baskets, like everything. There are little like stickers on the floor to let you know how far away you should be from people. Like everyone is wearing a mask the correct way. And then you go into like, I mean, honestly, Walmart is not even 5 minutes from my house. Truly. Like, I almost could walk to it. And I would not go in Walmart if you like, unless I absolutely had to. Because there it's like no mask, no nothing, like people just walking around doing whatever they feel like, coughing on everything. And it's just like, so it's a toss up here. There's not, even though we have guidelines, there are people who are still doing whatever they feel like. So I guess let me look at the chat and see if I've missed anything. Um, oh, good night, Kristen. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. I guess I can show you some of the decks that I plan to make videos about, so you can see what to look forward to. So I have this Japanese Marseille Waitsmith hybrid that Sarah from Waterchild Tarot very generously sent to me because she wasn't going to use it because the cards are a little, I mean, it's an old deck. So I plan to make a video about that. I actually did film a video. I have filmed 2 videos about that, and both of them somehow disappeared off of my phone. So this will be the 3rd time that I filmed that. And then I have this little Thompson Lang from Melissa that I plan to do like a nice little walkthrough of, because it's just a cool little deck. So I'll show just a few of the cards because, like I said, I am gonna do a little walkthrough. But anyway, it's a cool, trying to find some of the cards that are not like straight up. There's a lot of like really strong reds in the deck and kind of a strong yellow. It's a lot of like, actually it's a lot of yellow, a lot of red. Simon, I know you like to see the 5 of Pentacles. I think this is a really cool one. Oh, yes, Mindy, the backs I love. The backs are like this swirl sort of, it's little flowers, I think. Or I feel like maybe I'm losing my mind. I don't know. I feel like that's so weird. It's hard to see in person, but when I put the card up like this and I look at it in the computer screen, I can kind of see the flowers that I was just talking about. But anyway, and now I've lost the place. What? Oh, how dumb. So anyway, there's that. And then Elle, who I don't even think is here, and I know she's awake because she never sleeps, sent me this in the perfect, it's in like the perfect bag for it. It matches perfectly. It is the Story Medicine Tarot. and I have wanted it for a long time. These are the backs. It's huge. It's very big. And it sort of gives a little reflection, but it's not like, I wouldn't say it was glossy. It's more like it's more like sort of like the finish of like a magazine almost. But anyway, it surprisingly is borderless, which normally, not my thing. But the cards, for some reason, it doesn't bother me that they're borderless. I don't know why, because there are not very many borderless decks that I see. Oh, great. Got the dropsies. There are not very many borderless decks that I see that I really want to use because they're borderless. So, and I fully recognize that I'm in the minority with that. I know that it seems like the majority of people, even if they would prefer, even if they prefer borders, most people I feel like they're not like opposed to a borderless deck. Yeah, I rearranged my living room, so that's exciting. So that's Harvey has moved, but that is my little reading area. And then that is the wall. At the end of this wall is my front door. And then, so the couch used to be on this wall. And I put it in front of my window here. So it's like in its own little nook now. And I really like it. Yes, that did used to be my tarot cabinet. Good memory. Um, oh, thanks. I actually made the moon, Kim. Let me see if I can show you again. So I made I made both of those. But this one is it basically is a piece of foam core poster board that I cut into around, I want to say maybe that's 2 feet around. And then I used newspaper. I crumpled up newspaper and masking tape. I used the masking tape to kind of like tape around the whole thing and like get the newspaper to stick. And then I covered it in plaster casting material. I was going to use like plaster of Paris, but then the craft store that I was at had rolls of it. Literally is the same material that like if you break your arm they would make the cast out of, and I thought that would be good because then it would be nice and sturdy. So I covered it in that, and it actually, the strips sort of like gave it a texture too, which was nice and helpful. And then I just painted it, and I think I want to say I coated it in I might have varnished it or something. I don't remember exactly what I put on it, but yeah. Um yeah. So that is the update from me, and now you know what videos to look for. And I think I'm going to hopefully I'm planning to bring back the Cook With Me because I have enjoyed doing those in the past and people seem to really like them. But I'm not gonna give a ton of details about it yet because I need to like actually plan it out, and I am planning on like I need to figure out how to incorporate tarot into it fully. So that's just sort of like up in the ether. I'm planning it, but it's not like set in stone yet or anything, but another thing to look forward to. Oh, Elle finally woke up from a nap, maybe? Or decided to come in, or welcome. Um, make pizza and show an Italian deck. That's fun. Yeah, so hopefully that'll be a thing. And I guess maybe I will yeah, I don't know how long that will go. I guess indefinitely. Um so that'll be fun. There are a lot of people here. I feel like did I miss anybody that came in? Oh, Claire is here. Welcome, Claire. I guess not. I'm scrolling back. Hmm. Well, welcome, Claire. um. Well, now that um y'all have caught up with me, I want to catch up with y'all. What have y'all been up to? What have y'all been doing? What decks have y'all been enjoying? Yes, Deb, I am actually still cooking for that family, and I actually just picked up a second family, so now I'm cooking for two families. Um, the Zany Tarot, yeah, everyone seems to really be enjoying that. Thanks, Mindy, for stopping by. Have a good night. Tarot trainee, welcome. The Epicurean Tarot, yes, I am on the hunt for that. It's that I think would be ideal is I will get a copy of that and then cook my way through it because it's 78 recipe cards. US Games put it out. It's 78 recipe cards and they have a recipe, they've matched a recipe for each card in the tarot. So like the sun, I'm pretty sure I've seen the sun card before. I think it's like sunflower cookies or something. Um oh, Jackie has been enjoying This Might Hurt. Me too. I have been like really using this a lot. Um mine is the pearl. Oh wow, it's like really showing up nice. Sometimes I have a hard time like getting it to look like a rainbow. Um the cardstock is so nice. What do you think about it, Jackie? It's like I don't know how to describe it. Like it's light, Like it feels light and it slides really, really easily. And it's like bendy, but it feels thick and firm. I don't know how to describe it. The cardstock is like perfect. And the gilding is still immaculate. So, I mean, as far as I can tell, it's doing good. Um, it shuffles just so easily. And you can bridge easily. The whole thing, I just love it. Oh, Simon, I didn't know you had the pearl edges. I really like it. Um, I think that the creator, Isabella Rotman, I want to say, posted that they were printing the fourth edition of it already. Um, oh, and I saw something else. Actually, Elle told me last night we were talking, and we were talking about how I forgot exactly how we got on the subject, but I was saying that I saw a couple of copies of the Delta Enduring Tarot on eBay for like, of course, insane amounts of money. I think one was $550 and one was 600. But it's a deck that I have always wanted, and for whatever reason, can never find for less than like $500. And um, Elle found the post. I don't remember if she said it was on Facebook or Instagram, but they are reprinting it. I think the artist name is Egan, Egan. She's from here, well, near me. Um, but yeah, so they are reprinting it, which is cool. Um, oh, on their Facebook page. There you go. It's on their Facebook page. So that's really cool. I'm really excited about that. Can't wait to get it because the entire deck, I think the thing that appeals to me about it is like the whole deck is sort of themed around this area of the country that I'm in and that I grew up in. So all of the images, all of the concepts, all of that sort of thing really just resonates with me because it all looks really familiar. Um, so I'm very excited about that. I don't know how the creator is going to do it. I don't know if they are going to do a pre-order type thing or if they're planning on having a Kickstarter or unclear, but apparently they're reprinting it and so that's exciting. So Simon and L, maybe add it to the Tarot Times. Maybe if you have information. I don't know what I mean, that way everyone can, all the people that y'all reach that I don't can find out that it's there. Hmm. So, yeah. I'm having fun doing this live. I really enjoy going live. I don't know why I don't just do this once a week. I don't know if that, yeah, I don't know. It's nice interacting with y'all. Um, yeah, it's fun. This is fun. Maybe I will do it once a week. Oh, just not this late. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, Simon. Um, oh, Elle, so glad you're here. We can talk about this now. I can tell you what it is because Simon glided me to tell me. It is a God, now I'm like losing my mind. What what is this? When did you start sitting on the top of the couch? Well, I mean, I don't care, it doesn't bother me, but like I didn't even think she could get up there. Okay, back. No, not a pot pipe. Oh, that would be pretty though. Can you imagine? Smoking out of a crystal? That's gotta be like fun. We have to ask Zane about it. Um, so Simon sent it to me very generously. It isn't picking up the color very well. It's rose quartz and it's really pretty. Like it's really pretty pink. But I'd never seen a shape like this. So Elle and I were last night again, I don't know, we end up talking about the most random things, but she was showing me, oh, I know what it was. She has a crystal that is in the shape of a foot. And that's not what I thought it was, Simon. Just to be clear, Elle thought that it was something that it obviously is not. But anyway, she was talking about that. We were talking about crystals in like different shapes and things. And I was saying that this was the strangest shape that I had because like I was just like, I've just never seen a crystal in this shape. And so then we sort of started joking about what it could be. And at first she said maybe it's a wine stopper. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that would fit perfectly in the top of a wine bottle. And then you would have the nice sphere at the top. And then I don't even know if I want to like verbally out loud say the second option for what it is. And so and then like it was so late. It had to be the middle of the night there. And yeah, she thought it was something not YouTube friendly. So we'll just leave it at that. And she was like, I am going to send Simon a message and ask him why he sent you that. And I was like, okay, whatever. So then, of course, I got a glide from Simon saying, it absolutely is not that. This is what it is. It's a. Yes. Yep. Melissa got it so that I don't need to say it out loud. I would say it on Becca's, you're right, but this isn't Becca's. I gotta keep it a little classy. Um, so the short is it's a small wand and it's meant for getting energy and letting go of bad energy. And it is really pretty. It has all these little stones too, all the way around. And then the sphere at the top, and then like a little tower on this side. And yeah, I mean, the light catches it. I wish I could like maybe I can use the flashlight on my phone and try not to blind all of you. Oh wow. Oh, that did nothing. Okay. Well, I tried. Anyway, there's lots of like there are places where you can almost see through it and you can just see all I don't know, it's beautiful. So the short is it's a beautiful rose quartz Yeah. Beautiful rose quartz wand. So, thank you, Elle, for. I mean, Simon, Elle said it first, and then I was like, I mean, I guess, but like, of course, I didn't think that you sent it to me thinking that that's what it was. Like, that, I was like, oh no, surely that's not it. But then when she said it, I was like, okay, like, yeah, I guess, sure, could be. Oh, what did Melissa say? Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, that's the story of that. Yes, and poor Simon. Great intent. And I'm glad to have it, and it's beautiful, and I'm going to use it and work with it. Elle is the one that was like, I think it's looks like. Yeah. Yes, Simon, that would be hilarious. A lovely rumor to start. Leave it to Elle, right? People will be posting about this now. You'll hear about it soon. Um, I felt like I had something else. So there's obviously a windowsill behind me that has stuff on it, and I thought that I had other things back there, but I guess I don't. So surprise. Oh, and I'm currently burning the candle that Melissa sent me called Tarot Reading. Um, I cannot recommend it enough. It smells amazing. Um, LL, did you ever find your foot-shaped crystal? And I guess so. I do have another crystal that L sent me that I guess is in a strange shape. Let me grab it. So people have um oh, the candle. Let me tell you about the candle. The candle is mugwort, tea leaves, wormwood, and lavender. And it smells just amazing. Um so people have crystal skulls, and like I know that they make other shapes. Like I've seen like heart-shaped palm stones and like that kind of thing. And I have one that is in the shape of a moon. Like it looks like a tiny little moon with like little divots and everything. But um Elle sent me a little flying pig. Like it sits up on its little feet and everything. Like has a little tail, has little wings, a cute little snout, eyes, the whole bit. So some people have crystal skulls. I have a crystal pig. Um, Melissa, I don't know what it is. L is a Jasper. What is this pig? I feel like it needs a name. People name their skulls. He is so cute. And again, like, I don't know if it's the lighting or what, like, the color is making it look like brown, and he's really more like a burnt orangey, like, kind of red color. Oh, red jasper. There you go. So, yeah, I got a little pig. And I have that tiny little moon. I love that tiny little moon. And I had never seen it before, seen one like it before. Um, and now I feel like I've seen it in other crystals. Mine is just clear quartz, but I've seen like fluorite ones and smoky quartz. So that's fun. Um Ooh, a dragon's blood bear. Oh, Melissa over there, of course, she has a owl. She has a lovely crystal collection that she really needs to make a video about and show everybody her treasures because she has crystals that I didn't even know existed. Very pretty. Oh, and Elle has a crystal penis? I've never seen that. Hiding it out. Oh, Elle, do you not have that? Yeah, certainly I'm not surprised. I am surprised, however, that she's never shown it off. I feel like that would be something she'd be like, oh, look what I got. But, well, I mean, Elle, you have an entire. What is. I don't understand this. You have, like, a collection of penis shaped objects that I didn't even know existed. Mm-mm. Oh no, your rat got to it, to the candle? Was it scented or just a sort of generic, like a generic candle in the shape of it? Oh, welcome, Alex. No big deal. I'm probably you made it like in the nick of time because I'm probably gonna get going in like 6 minutes or so. Just because, I mean, I guess while I have all of this set up, I could actually film a couple of videos. Oh, I didn't. I also have. I need to film a Morgan Greer video too at some point because I finally have completed that collection. As far as I know, I have all of the editions that were put out, so that's exciting. Um, and I probably need to update my yellow box video, honestly, because I feel like since I made that, it's been almost a year, and I feel like since I've made that, I've learned so much about Just like in general, more information about the yellow box and stuff. Of course, probably 60% of it was from Melissa. Missing one of the tuck boxes. I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think I have all 4. Well, I mean, there are probably more now. I have all of the tuck boxes from that were printed and everything by Morgan Greer. And then I have I don't know if it's the newest Morgan Greer, but probably it is the newest one too. I do not have an extra brown box with borders, unfortunately. But I'll keep an eye out. I will say I have found more of those than I thought I would find, bordered editions. I didn't think I would. When I first saw it, I was like, I'm never going to find this. I've never seen it. I have a small ISBN. Oh, now you're going to make me go look. I'm going to grab them. Hold on. Got them. Yeah, I have no ISBN, small ISBN on the bottom, vertical ISBN, and then the new one. So I think that's it. I do appreciate that you are, Melissa, fully keeping track of what I need and what I have. Um, yeah, Melissa, yes. I can tell you absolutely that happens to me. I find when it comes to yellow box decks that are, oh, I do have another one back here. When it comes to yellow box decks that don't have a copyright, I continuously find Little White Book number 12 and Little White Book number 4 all the time. I feel like, or is it 9? No, it's 9 and 12. Every time I buy one, like if it's a good price, I'll just buy it. And then every time I message the seller and I'm like, hey, I collect these. Would you mind sending me a picture of the inside front of the Little White Book just so I can see which edition it is? Every time it's 12. Every time. So now I have 2 Little White Book 12s actually that I need to sell or move along or trade or something. Melissa is like the Dirty Pam whisperer. I feel like about half a dozen times in the last 6 months, she's been like, do we know anybody that needs a Dirty Pam or wants one? And I'm like, you found another one? How? Like, um, I don't know if I have another. I don't know if I have another 9 or not. I definitely have 2 12s. Well, 3. One is mine. 2 are gonna go away. Um, yeah, I feel like I always find that, and I find for a while it was the bordered Morgan Greer. They kept popping up. Um, and maybe it's just that I was looking for them more. Like maybe I don't actually find more. I just like maybe I just find them um because I'm looking, but like the Aquarian, when I was looking for the Ouroboros back one with the snake, I feel like I found them all within like 2 or 3 months, it seems like. Like it just all happened quick. Um, so I've never seen, and neither has Melissa, but if there's someone out there who has, and you happen to have made it an hour into this video, if you've seen Little White Book number 2 or 3, please let me know because I have never seen one, neither has she. I'm constantly looking, and I've never seen one. I've only ever seen the first edition and then 4 through however many. So I need to find number 2 and number 3. If anybody has one, has seen one, knows that it exists in the first place, let me know. It's possible that they just didn't, they never printed one. Like they started printing the line and everything with number 4. Um, yeah. So, yeah. Um, Number 12, I would have thought that this was interesting. I would have thought that the sunburn would have gotten like less and less over time. And it seems like that's the opposite because 12, all 3 of the 12s that I have are like fully red, like not just like a little. All right, well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and wrap up and thank you all for being here and get going. Um, so that I can try and film another video or two and put out some content for people. And yeah. So thank y'all for being here. And yeah, y'all have a good night.